everyone, it's Melissa from stampwithmelissa.com here. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Minnesota, which is in the United States, and this video is part of my weekly Tuesday night live videos that I offer every week. However, this Tuesday, October 19th, I am not live because I'm actually in the car. Probably at the time this posts, I'll be somewhere in Iowa on my way to Nebraska. So I have pre-recorded a super fun card for you tonight, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my camera in my little stand, and we're going to show you this card. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the cute card we're going to make today. It is a step fold card, so you can see it lays flat for mailing, but then when your recipient receives it, they can pop it up. How cute and fun is that? I saw this card on Anne-Marie Heil's blog, and so I'm excited to recreate it for Halloween for you, since Halloween is in just a couple weeks, and we are going to use the Frightfully Cute bundle. So it is such a fun bundle for Halloween, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm gonna bring in my trimmer here because we're gonna do a little bit of work, and all the measurements are on my blog also, and the link to that is in the description. And so what we're gonna start with is this piece of basic black is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, but we are going to chop off 1/2 inch because we just need it to be 10 1/2 inches, and then we're gonna go ahead and do some scoring. So I'm gonna pull this over to the 1/2 inch mark on this side, and we'll score there. And then I'm gonna flip it around, and we're gonna go to 1 3/4. 3, whoops, my sample card has fallen. 3 3/4 and 5 inches. So right there. All right, and then I've got another smaller piece of basic black that is 3 inches by 5 3/4, and we're gonna again score at 1/2 inch. And then I'll flip it again, and we'll score at 1 3/4. So the first two measurements or score lines on both of these are the same because we've got 1/2 inch and then 1 3/4, and then the base will also do 3 3/4 and 5 inches. All right, so now that we are done with that, we're gonna go ahead and fold all of these score lines, and I'll burnish it with my bone folder. So you'll notice I'm just gonna kind of fold them all in the same way, because it's kind of like a box, because it kind of just turns in on itself. So there we go. And then we'll do this piece here. And there we go. Now before we move forward, so this is going to fold up like this. So this is going to be the front of our card. And I've got some pieces of the Cute Halloween Designer Series paper, and we're going to use those as the background. So I am just putting some seal on the back of this. And then we're going to line it up on the left, top, and right-hand sides in the margin there. So you'll notice there's still a big gap down at the bottom, but it's okay because it's going to end up getting closed up. All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, whoops, I'm just flinging it with me. There we go. I'm going to take my tear and tape, and we're going to rip off a piece to go on that 1/2 inch flap. And the reason I'm using tear and tape is because you want to use a strong adhesive here. And I absolutely love our tear and tape. You could also use Seal Plus, or you could even just probably use Seal, but I like to use tear and tape for this. So you can see here that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on this second score line and fold it flat like this. And then I'm going to take this and go all the way up to this last score line, and we're going to go ahead and fold that flat, okay? So that way it all connected there, and it's all flush, and there is our first step. Now, before we move on, I've got another little piece of that Designer Series paper, and I chose to use the same pattern, although it's really cute when you use different patterns too. And we're gonna put it just on this flap here. This pattern of it actually reminds me of Beetlejuice, which is one of my favorite Halloween movies, and actually also my favorite Broadway musical. So I know it probably sounds weird that Beetlejuice is a musical, but it is, and it's fantastic. And I'm very grateful I got to see it back before COVID. I got to see it on Broadway, which was super cool. So, all right, so I just put a piece of tear and tape on that 1/2 inch flap for our other basic black piece. Then I'm going to take my seal and just put a line of seal down at the bottom there. And then I'm going to take another little line here in the center there. That's to make sure that we don't get adhesive anywhere that we don't want to get adhesive. And so then I'm going to peel this backing off. But what I meant by that was if I had gone ahead and just put more seal on here, I'd have to kind of guesstimate, you know, if I put it here, it would be too high, but you want it like right where it connects, you know what I mean? So that's why I go ahead and put some on the actual project itself and then also at the bottom of this piece. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I folded this over as well on that last score line, and we're going to have this folded flat, and I'm going to line up the bottom of this basic black piece with this score line here, and I'm just going to make sure it's centered just like this, and then I'm going to just lay it flat and push down. All right, and look at that. Now it is all connected. Look how fun that is. You can also take your bone folder and just kind of, you know, reinforce that it's stuck down. But now that we've got that, we're going to go ahead and decorate the piece that goes on here. All right, so let me just set that off to the side, and I'm going to bring in a very messy piece of scrap paper, and then I've got a piece of basic white here, and I'm going to bring in my gorgeous grape ink pad and my purple blending brush. And we're going to go ahead and blend this whole piece with the blending brush, and I want to make sure that it's darker at the top. So this might take a little bit because I want it to be dark. I want it to look very Halloween night, like All Hallows Eve. And so it might take a little bit to get all that color on there, but you just kind of play around with it until it gives you the color you want. All right, now that this has been all blended, I'm going to take my water painter here. This is the thickest one, and it's got a little bit of water in the tip. And I'm just going to use the cap here to splash some water onto this piece, and it's going to give it kind of like this cool effect. It's going to make it look kind of like stars. So you just kind of flick as much water as you want on there, and as it dries, it's going to make those little water spots get brighter. Or, excuse me, lighter, not so much brighter. But I love this technique, and I think it's so cool that it works with just basic white. Oh my gosh, I freaked out because a bug just flew. That's why I kind of jumped back like that, because a bug just flew across like it was going to fly into my mouth or something. Anyway, so I love that this technique works with just basic white and a water painter. But I do want a little bit extra water, so I'm just going to squeeze a little bit more down, but I don't want to get like huge globs, right? And just flick some more water on here. Just like this. You guys, the bug is sitting right there on an ink pad. I'm going to see if I can squish it. Hold on. Do you guys see it? There it is on that ink pad. Watch. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, man. Well, I hope that's entertainment anyway. I didn't get it. But... oh. Now I did. I got it. You guys, I am so sorry if that kind of grosses you out. But we have so many fruit flies flying around, and man, I've already killed a few today. So anyway, sorry for that little diversion, but you never know what's going to happen when you're live, right? I know I'm not actually live, but kind of. All right, so then I've got this cute little witch, and I'm going to use my black ink, and I'm just going to stamp her up in the corner like she's flying away. And then we're going to add some fun little bits and pieces. So I have already die cut out 2 fences and a tree, and I'm going to use my liquid glue to go ahead and add these to our scene. And while I do this, I did want to remind you, if you are watching this on the 19th of October, Club ends, the subscription for Club ends tomorrow on the 20th for this month's class, which is the Sparkle of the Season bundle. That's the class it's featured around. Club is so much fun, and I love doing it every month, and I know that my the people who partake in Club love doing it every month, and it is so exciting. So if you want to sign up and join us this month, we would love to have you. All the details can be found on my website, and the link to that is in the description of this video, but it is also just club.stampwithmelissa.com. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. we'd love to have you join us. And yeah, it's so much fun and I look forward to it every month. I also have a card class to go that we will be doing in a couple of weeks, and that is featuring the Joyful Life stamp set. You can watch that live video on October 28th at 7 p.m. You can watch that video for free. And if you'd like a card kit to go along with it, you can either purchase one for $20 or you can place an order in my online store for $25 and then get it for free, which is really the better deal because you're getting $25 in product and a free card kit. So yeah, if you have any questions about either of those, please let me know. All right, so I am going to get the sentiment attached next. All right, so here's the sentiment. It says, Happy Halloween to you in pale papaya ink. And I'm going to use some dimensionals to go ahead and pop this up. Now the label that it is die cut out of is also from the bundle, which I think is really fun that they have a cute little label in there along with all of the Halloween images. I'm going to go ahead and lay this flat and then stick my sentiment on across the fences. And of course we had to add a cute little witch's hat because we have a witch, so why not? So I'm going to put just one dimensional on the back of our witch's hat here, which was die cut with pale papaya. And we're going to just add it to the side of the sentiment here. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and add some of the best embellishments in the world, the basic, or the matte black dots. And I love these things. So I'm going to pop one big one there, one big one all the way over here, and then I'm going to do one of the little guys. Whoops, that guy came off of his glue dot. There we go. And I'm going to stick that guy right about there, and it's still kind of off its glue dot. There we go. So there we have it. There is the card for today. Look at how fun that is. Now I will add too that if you want, obviously there's nowhere to write anything on this one. So if you would like to write something on your card, I would recommend just cutting a piece of basic white to put on the back of this, or it doesn't even have to be basic white, but a light color that you can write on, to put on the back of your card, and then you could write a message there. And I would also recommend, you know, because this has stuff on it, you might want to write your sentiment or write, you know, whatever you want to say, and then tack it down to the back. But this is so much fun because it's flat, so it's mailable, but it also sticks up. So yeah, let me bring in, this is the one I showed earlier, and then I also made this one that uses that candy background. So super cute cards. I had so much fun making these, and I know you guys will too. So if you make something using this layout, please share it in my Facebook group. I would love to see it. And if you're not in my Facebook group, you are free and welcome to join, and we would love to have you. The link to that is down in the description box below as well. All right, well, that is all I have for you. I hope you all have a fantastic Tuesday and a fantastic rest of your week. Like I said, please sign up for Club. That will go in the mail probably on Friday or Saturday this week. So make sure you sign up now. All right, I will catch you guys later. Bye for now.